Hey guys, please excuse my appearance. I have no makeup on and I am really just so tired. I'm coming off of a 13-hour shift, but I just wanted to take an opportunity. I've been watching a lot of these videos on VSG surgery, weight loss surgery, things like that, and I've had a lot of questions on my blog about my experience with it because I had VSG surgery in March 23rd of this year. So I'm about 7 months out. But as people have found out that I had it, I've had a lot of questions on my blog, and a lot of questions from people in general. I also mentor people that are going through it. I'm not that far out, but I've had a lot of negative and positive experiences with it. First of all, my surgery. I had VSG surgery, which is vertical sleeve gastrectomy, which what they do is they take about 85% of your stomach out and put in a staple line that creates your new stomach, and they take the old one completely out. They also, this is the only surgery, weight loss surgery, that isn't reversible with the exception of the lap band, which my doctor won't even do the lap band because there's too many issues with corroding, things like that. I did opt for the VSG because I figured there would be less complications, which is a total myth because I actually had quite a few complications with my surgery when I was told that I probably wouldn't. The average surgery lasts about an hour to an hour and a half. Mine lasted 4.5 hours. So don't go by the book because it doesn't always go by the book. My experience is not going to be like yours. I hope that this helps you in some sense, but in reality, your experience is going to be your own. My experience was not like anyone that had told me how I was going to feel before, after, anything. I felt how I felt. And in a way, I was kind of disappointed because I looked into what everyone was telling me, and I was like, oh, I got a pretty good idea what I should expect, and it wasn't even close. So my experience is not your experience, and it's not gonna be. We're different people. We have different health issues. We have different complications. We have different lives. It's gonna be different. The day of my surgery, I went in at, I think, 6. I had to be there about 6. And they got me ready. They walked me back to this little room where they had me sit in one of those hospital recliners. And they got me a gown and stuff to get ready in a robe. And then they took me to a room where I got my blood taken. I got a blood sugar test. I am not diabetic, so I'm not really sure why they did that, but apparently it's routine. And then they walked me back to a prep room, prepping you for surgery. They put in an IV, things like that. Then the anesthesiologist came in to talk to me, and which is fine and dandy. I appreciate that he came to talk to me, but keep in mind your anesthesiologist might be like mine and not have a very good bedside manner. I have a very rare heart condition, and he came in and basically told me all the ways I can die. Well, I also have really bad anxiety, so it went really well. I had a panic attack, and I felt foolish because I had a panic attack, and the nurse was like, you can either go home and come back another day, or we can give you a sedative. And I was like, the chances that if I go home, I'm probably not coming back. I was like, so just give me the sedative. Simple enough. They gave me the sedative. I drifted in and out of Wonderland. Everything was copacetic. Everything was fine. I do not remember seeing the operating room. Supposedly they give you so much anesthesia that you just don't remember it. You see it, but you don't remember it. Pain after, first of all, my surgery went a little bit longer. Like I had to have an extra cardiologist in the room, and they had to keep stopping surgery every time my heart rate increased, which I guess was like 4 or 5 times. No serious complications during surgery. Like I didn't die on the table or anything like that. I had no complications like that. It was just like my heart kept speeding up, so they had to stop the surgery until it leveled back out. My doctor was amazing. She's Michelle Toder. She works out of EMMC in Bangor, Maine, and she actually teaches people how to do this surgery. Like, she was absolutely amazing the entire time. After surgery, I've had a lot of questions about pain. Pain is pretty relative. You're having a major surgery, you're going to be in some pain. Luckily, they make sure you're as comfortable as you can possibly be. And my pain level is going to be a lot different than yours. Like, I have a huge tolerance for pain, and I have a huge tolerance for like discomfort. Such as like nausea and things like that. I can deal with them a lot better than a lot of people can, because it's something I've dealt with most of my life. The pain wasn't bad, at least for me. I've had my gallbladder out. If you've had your gallbladder out, it's basically the same pain. You have laparoscopic scars. They're just like these little 1-inch scars. And they go in with the robot and everything. They do go through your abdominal wall, so it is going to be painful because they're cutting into muscle. So getting up and down is a little bit rough. It helps if you like roll to your side and then kind of push yourself up without like tightening anything. After surgery, when I woke up, they have, I don't know if this is everywhere, but they make you walk like immediately. So, like, I was probably awake a half hour, and they had me up out of bed walking, which in a way I kind of appreciated. I ended up walking over 2 miles the first day that I was, like, right after surgery. And apparently that helps with the gases, because they have to blow up your stomach with gas in order for them to do the surgery. And it helped majorly. Like, I didn't have any of that gas discomfort. Like, I hear from a lot of people that have had the surgery that the gas discomfort was ridiculous. Luckily, I never had that because I was walking, like, constantly. I didn't even go back to my room after surgery until it was time for, like, dinner, because I was just walking. Okay, regret. Yes, I have regret. Do I regret the surgery? Not so much. I noticed that I tend to mourn things. Like, I mourn food. When I go to a restaurant, I get kind of depressed. I know it sounds really silly when, like, I order my food and I can't eat it. Like, I sit there and I take 3 or 4 bites and I'm done, because I have a pretty restrictive stomach and I can't eat it. And I sit there, I'm like, I really want to eat this food. I want this food so bad, but I can't have it because I'll get really sick. I think for the most part that's been my most regret, because I really like food, and probably most of you do. Like, this is part of the surgery. Like, if you didn't like food, you wouldn't be overweight, right? But I love food, and I really want to be able to eat my food, and I can't. I can only eat like 3 or 4 bites, and I'm done. That's basically my regret. And I also get nausea a lot. Even like 7 months out, I still get nausea. So I regret the surgery for that sense, because it makes me uncomfortable most of the time. But I've learned to deal with it, because I had nausea before too. Just not quite as bad. Weight loss. People want to know how much weight I've lost, which is normal. It's been about 7 months, and I have lost 110 pounds. That tends to fluctuate a little bit depending on how much water I drink that day, because I'm constantly sipping water, and sometimes I tend to retain a little bit of that water weight, so it fluctuates by a pound, maybe 2 pounds. but I am down to 160 pounds. A lot of people say that I look thinner than that. I am not thinner than that. I am a healthy 160 pounds. But yeah, your weight loss is going to be a lot different than mine. I wasn't overly big when I had it done. You all want to know why I had weight loss surgery, why I decided to make this change in my life. My answer is a little bit different than most. Mine had nothing to do really with the fact that I wasn't comfortable with me. Like, I was so confident with me. Basically, I had weight loss surgery because of my heart condition. It was adding excess weight to my heart and causing it not to function as well as it should. And I was given, if I didn't have the surgery, I was given a 3 to 5 year life expectancy, which kind of hit home a little harsh because I have a 5-year-old. Intolerances. You may develop intolerances. You should be ready for this because I was not. And basically what ends up happening is like it just hits you like a ton of bricks. You end up with dumping syndrome, and dumping syndrome is not something you want. It's not something that's enjoyable. Like, I was like immobile, unable to stand up for a good 8 hours because I was puking and shitting myself. Not literally, like I was going to the bathroom, but rough reality is dumping syndrome isn't fun. It basically makes you feel like you have the worst flu on the planet because your stomach tries to reject whatever you put in it at any cost, and it hurts. It hurts and you feel sick and it's not fun. So stick to your diet. But I built up a lot of intolerances. Apparently this isn't normal. My doctor said that it must just have something to do with me because I built up an intolerance to pretty much everything you can build an intolerance to with surgery. I can't drink milk. Milk is a big one. I can't have whey protein, which you need a lot of protein. So not being able to take whey protein is like huge. If you have any ideas on different types of protein, please comment below because I need help. But yeah, no whey protein, no lactose, anything that's like ice cream, anything with refined sugars. Like I have to use natural sugars in everything. I have to use like agave, honey. I did notice that I can eat Truvia, which doesn't have that nasty aspartame taste that Splenda has, I noticed. I can't do Splenda, like, I can't. No. What made me decide to have the surgery done was my heart condition. Plain and simple. As for everything else that's happened, I will make another video, like, on as you get further out. Basically, I had a lot of questions about my surgery in general, and I just wanted to kind of touch base on that. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos regarding VSG surgery before I had it because I wanted to know what to expect, and none of what I watched was even close to what I experienced. I did experience like nausea, things like that, but they help you manage it. My sister-in-law had the same surgery done, and she basically said that she was like dying, and that wasn't my case at all. So I really think it depends on your tolerance level of things. But yeah, if you are interested in like anything VSG, like if you want to see how I do meal prep, what I use to portion my meals out, protein, recipes, I've got it all because I've really like gone headlong into this, and is what it is. But if you want to know any of that, just comment below, let me know, and I can make a video for you. But yeah, click the subscribe button, comment below if you want to, and have a great day. Bye.